A day after an amazing week at VMworld, a #1 show for the x86 server industry with 17,000 participants, where virtualization is at the heart of this booming industry.
Clients at VMworld are looking to virtualize, and what we're hearing from clients is, I want to virtualize everything, and Blades hosts more virtualization than anything. And so IBM and Samsung together are delivering offerings that maximize the memory footprint.
And what we also saw is that virtualization and memory go hand in hand.
Memory in a physical server is, correlates directly to consolidation for VMs. So more memory you have, the more consolidation you can do.
Many of the customers that we have had solutions that included also our technology and clearly showed that the CPU, the memory, and virtualization are three entities that cannot be separated. And when we're talking about optimization, it's also about optimizing the memory and the storage.
If it wasn't for the Samsung technology, we wouldn't be able to do this offering.
We had demos that showed how solid-state drive from Samsung technology can supersede the hard drive in a virtual environment.
Latency on the second chart is actually correlating to this here, to the chart on the left, shows us that the virtual machines on the hard disk started having latency periods at about 8 to 10, I'd say about 8 to 10 milliseconds when you start getting to a queue depth of 1 and 2. When you start getting to a higher queue depth, as we started increasing this, the latency, the longer it took for them to do anything, started dramatically increasing. We didn't see anything in terms of latency on the solid-state disk from Samsung until we got to a queue depth of 16 and to 32. And actually, even at the queue depth of 32, we still saw latency about 8 milliseconds, which is very acceptable. The bottom line on this is that when you're running solid-state disks, your performance will scale tremendously compared to the hard disk drives.
We also showed how the green memory technology could provide you an amazing TCO saving.
And if you look at the latest DDR3 technology we have on a 35-nanometer process node, it's about an 80% power savings relative to the generations we had in place just a few years ago. If you look at that at the system level, it's going to save you more than 40% power savings at the system level. And if you look at the total worldwide infrastructure of servers, if you were to replace all of that with the latest and greatest green DDR3 memory technology from Samsung, you could save about $2 billion per year in energy costs. So this is very significant power savings we're talking about.
There has been a paradigm shift, and we have been able to communicate and educate the audience in terms of the benefits that we offer, and we were very happily surprised to see that the audience responded positively, whether it was IT specialists, whether it was engineers, whether it was software developers in the virtual and cloud space.